Yo, 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 what up, Vibe Tribe? What up, everybody that's new here? Today, we're gonna go over some advanced movement tips in Apex, a little bit of wall bounce, a little bit of tap strafing, a little bit of zipline mega jumping, and I do hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for more. Alright guys, we're gonna start off with some basic wall jumping. When it comes to wall jumping, you want to find a wall that's relatively straight angled. I'm just gonna be using these weapon racks. And first of all, before I say anything else, most people put their jump on their scroll wheel for a lot of these movement tricks. This one in particular, it works with just spacebar, but most people do have their jump on their scroll wheel, just a heads up. So you want to go up to the wall, you can go directly at it, you can go beside it. We'll start off with directly at it. Now when you're jumping, you want to basically slide jump with a lot of velocity. I have jump up on my mouse wheel. After you do the slide jump and you're going off the ledge in this case, you want to let go of every single key on your keyboard. You don't want to be holding any button on your keyboard. So that's what it looks like. And you can also do a little bit of a little bit of an angle to it. Some are better than others. You're gonna perfect the timing after a while, but the only trick for this one is when you're jumping, whether you're using spacebar or your mouse wheel to jump, you don't want to be pressing anything on your keyboard except for the jump if you are using spacebar. Now the next one, I touched a little bit on it in my last video if you want to check that out. When you're shooting at somebody and you're out in the open, you want to go side to side and you want to, throw some crouches in there, whatever you want to do. This is a pretty easy movement tip, but the reason it's advanced is because you also have to aim at the same time. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. The next one is going to be the Zipline Megajump. Now, we're going to preface this by saying the reason why most people have their jump on their mouse wheel is because you can do multiple jump inputs at once. So even when it comes to regular wall bouncing like that, probably do want to have it on your mouse wheel because you'll have multiple jump inputs and it'll register as multiple jumps. So you'll get a bunch of extra height, extra velocity off of the wall. Now, the same thing can be said for on a zipline. Now, this one's a little tough because you got to time it right. So I actually had a little bit of trouble with this one. But once you do it right, you can see just how high I can go. Look at that height. When you're initially going on a zipline, do you want to jump? Well, in this case, I have it on my F button. Most people will have it on their E. But basically, as soon as you press it, you want to time it perfectly and then scroll your mouse wheel. So my mouse wheel's up. If you have jump on down mouse wheel, same concept, right? So you jump on the zipline and you almost immediately, see that? See how much height I get there? Now, it doesn't work every time, and I'm still not an expert at this one. I actually find the timing on this one a little bit tough, but just practice it on your own. And there's a lot of cool uses you can do with this in games. I actually like it with a wingman, so I'm gonna go grab a wingman real quick just to show you, how you can trick shot using this zipline tactic. It can be pretty nasty. When you hit these, like, it feels good. Now, the next skill I want to go over is the tap strafe. This is the hardest one of all. So, don't be too upset. Don't be too concerned if you can't do it right away. Let's go on a high ledge. Now, the concept here is, I'll just show you first how it looks. The concept here is you want to slide jump off of the ledge. And then as soon as you're in the air, you want to hold only A or D, only your side directional button. Okay? And you want to bind your W key. So yes, you do want to bind your W key either to up or down on your mouse wheel. And basically how this is done is you slide jump off the ledge. You hold either A or D, depending on which direction you want to go. So if you're going left, you hold A. If you're going right, you hold D. And then you start scrolling. In my case, it's down. So scrolling to activate your W key multiple times. So as I said before, scrolling activates the movement input multiple times. And in Apex, it has a really strange effect. Obviously, this wasn't intended, but it's a really cool mechanic. I hope they never take it away. So you jump, you slide off, hold. I'm holding A in this case. And then after you hold A or D, you don't want to hold any other button on your keyboard. Just A or D. Only A or D. And then you steer really sharply with your mouse and you scroll on your scroll wheel for the multiple W key inputs. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. All right. But as you can see, I'm fully jumping off the ledge. I should not be able to completely do a 180 with my momentum, but that's what tap strafing allows you to do. So basically, when you are tap strafing and you're activating the multiple W key inputs with your mouse wheel, it allows you to change your arc, your momentum arc on the fly. And that's why this is so powerful. You can fully do a 180 while you're being chased. You can go around a wall, a tap strafe into a wall bounce, which I'll show you right after this, off the ledge, and fully do a 180. The first time you pull this off, you'll be like, whoa. Because look, if I try to do the 180 without tap strafing, this is what happens. You just turn. You keep going the same direction and you turn. Right? You can't actually change your momentum. So that's the purpose of the tap strafe, the multiple W key inputs from your mouse wheel. Now when you can master that 180 off the ledge, you're ready to try the wall bounce tap strafe. So I'm gonna do it right now. So remember, slide, jump, A or D. In my case, it's gonna be A. Mouse wheel, sharp turn with your mouse. And then mouse wheel in the other direction, whichever your jump is set to. So you can go around a wall fully and jump off the other side of it, which is super cool. Once you've mastered all these tricks, you'll be moving like a god. My favorite movement mechanic in the game is the tap strafe wall bounce. You can move in such unnatural ways, and it definitely psychs people out. I love the height you can get on this one too. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed these tips. If you have any questions, concerns, or you're having trouble, feel free to hit me up in the comments. I'll definitely do my best to help you out. I know I had to sit in the range myself for quite a while before I could do this. So it definitely took me quite a few hours to master all of these. But just go in the range, keep going, don't give up. And then once you feel comfortable enough, go into a game and do not lose it in your mental. Keep trying to do it as often as you can. I know it'll probably screw you up in a lot of situations, but it's not going to be fully in your muscle memory or fully in your brain, like what situations you can use these skills unless you try to do it and fail at it as well. So just give it your best effort. Let me know how you're feeling and if you're able to do it. And we'll see you guys in the next video. If you want to check out the stream, if you want to check out my other socials, I post a lot of short video content over on TikTok, Instagram Reels, all that stuff. Check that out down in the description below. And we'll see you next time, guys. Peace out. Much love.
Killed me a whole squad. Little easier than killing. Recharging my shield.
Hello?